cause problems in my life, though, because, you see, I've come to the realization that everyone I know is a serial killer. Like this guy? This guy's definitely killed somebody before. And the lady that works at the rodeo place around the corner, well, I'm fairly certain she steals babies. And the guy that runs the school, well, I've come to the conclusion he has a torture chamber in his basement. Watch out.
True.
I can't even watch Harry Potter anymore. Now that I've come to the realization that Hogwarts was clearly just a coping mechanism Harry invented to deal with the years of physical and emotional abuse endured at number 4 Privet Drive. I mean, come on. Scrawny, underfed kid, forced to live in the cupboard under the stairs. It's textbook. One thing I haven't figured out yet is what the fuck is up with all these little girls wanting to be princesses? Really, like, I hope you all realize you're pathetic underachievers. Yeah, you look like you wanted to be a princess. Let's take a closer look. Let's take a closer look at what some of these role models are really teaching us. What I took away from The Little Mermaid was that making a deal with the sea witch, aka the devil, would let you physically transform your body to fool around with a boy you've never even met. Great advice. Beauty and the Beast? Even if he holds you prisoner and yells in your face every day, just keep your chin up and do as you're told. Because eventually he'll not only fall in love with you, he'll become a chiseled male model. And Snow White, well, of course Snow White taught me that if a boy tries to kiss you while you're sleeping, it's totally okay, just go with it. And what I didn't learn from those Disney harlots, I learned from growing up in the South. Particularly, how to rationalize my bad behavior, of course. For example, in order to excuse my rampant alcoholism, I simply remind myself that Jesus' first miracle was turning water into wine. He wants us to indulge. And in order to excuse my idle gossip, I simply end each insult I hurl with, "Bless her heart." As in, that girl is such a slut, she must have STDs dripping down her leg. Bless her heart. It's fun to make fun of sluts. It's just so easy. But, you know, it's really not all their fault. We can't blame them completely. Like, what did we expect to happen when we gave young, impressionable girls boxes full of shiny plastic My Little Ponies? Hasbro was not messing around when they made these horses. I mean, we gave Barbie a bad rap, and yet we do nothing about the cutie marks on their asses. We finally have someone to blame for the travesty known as tramp stamps. So anyways, I ran into this girl the other day I used to know, Sarah Margaret. Bitch. The conversation started out like every other Southern small talk conversation. "How's your mama doing?" But it really quickly took a really weird turn. And before I realized what was going on, she was vividly describing her most recent bout with syphilis. As if it was no big deal. It all started to make sense, though, because little bitch had 17 times as many My Little Ponies as me. And if you couldn't tell she was a Southerner by the double name or the syphilis, you could definitely tell by her rationalization techniques. "So I don't know if your mama told you, but I got the syphilis again. But don't you worry your pretty little head, darling, because I read an article on the internet, and apparently syphilis gets you high. So I'm saving a whole boatload of money on cocaine." Thanks, y'all. I'm KJ.